So yeah. Hello, all my YouTubers. My name is Keyshawn, and I'm broadcasting today because I'm gonna talk about why TikTok is banned here in America. So before I continue to process with the Steam, I'm gonna show you guys the video on why TikTok is banned here in America. Give me 1 second. So this video is going to explain why TikTok is banning here in America. Hold on.
What are you doing in the closet?
So let's watch this video, ladies and gentlemen. Because I just
Could be tick boom for TikTok with social media juggernaut facing forced sale, saying it will shut down completely within a week unless the ruling is overturned.
Well, it was nice knowing y'all. TikTok is getting banned officially.
TikTok on the clock. A U.S. law banning the app on national security grounds is set to see it disappear from app stores by January 19, unless Chinese parent company ByteDance agrees to sell it.
Effectively, they're worried about the way users can potentially be tracked and the fact that ByteDance, through the link to the Chinese government, has control over what people see on that, and it could potentially be weaponized against the US government.
And with the deadline fast approaching, TikTok's 170 million US users are worried they'll miss out on dance challenges with the Wiggles.
Nobody can do that dance
How
anymore.
and why to
You remember
eat
that
a whole
dance
cucumber
with the
while
top?
nearly underwater.
Sometimes to eat the entire cucumber. Let me show you the best way to do it.
And living proof that Robert Ogo is more than Canuck. Some TikTokers having a teensy bit of a meltdown.
I don't give a damn about my data. I accidentally sold it to China in 2021 already. They have it.
So yeah, I think it's going to probably get banned, or it won't, or some secret third thing. I don't know. We live in hell.
I feel like I'm in like a zombie apocalypse.
TikTok's lawyers are right now making a last-ditch bid in the U.S. Supreme Court to have the laws overturned on free speech grounds.
You don't shut down a speech platform because you're worried about speech being dangerous. That is the whole point of the First Amendment.
The justices were very strong in questioning TikTok, and that is sort of a sign that they're probably much more leaning towards the government side of things.
If upheld, a U.S. ban could have massive repercussions for users all over the world.
It'd be like a Thanos snap where all the American users are no longer on there. I think for the longer term, we've seen politicians in Australia pushing for a similar style ban here, and there is often the case where the US goes, Australia tends to follow.
But whatever the Supreme Court decides, TikTok might still have an ace on its sleeve.
The president is now on TikTok.
That's right. Despite moving to ban TikTok in 2020, Trump is now promising to rescue it.
I'm just saying, TikTok.
But whatever happens to TikTok, one thing's for sure. Robert will always be our king.
He certainly will. And not only just Donald Trump, his best friend Elon Musk, there's reports that he's interested in maybe purchasing TikTok. Yeah. And that would keep its survival going. It would also then completely change the platform again. TikTok, it's a part of another app. And then there's also another one being tossed around called Lemonade. The issue with both of those, they also have Chinese, they're Chinese-owned apps.
But I also remember the time you said Threads was going to displace everything else. So, you know.
I'll never live it down.
No, you won't.
Everyone's forgotten who.
starting tomorrow, for those of y'all that don't know, when President Trump gets in the House tomorrow, he's going to give 90 days for TikTok to be on line. After the 90 days, he's taken back off. Now, this next video we'll talk about is going.
We bring you the answers to all your questions. Be better than others. Enjoy the benefits of knowledge. Accept the answers from us.
1 to 365 days. Soon TikTok will be banned and removed from Play Store. We'll see that in upcoming releases. Depending on the severity of the problem behavior, and at the complete discretion of the moderator, your account will be placed in time suspension for anywhere from 1 to 365 days.
Our mission is to provide accurate answers. We think without knowledge, it is impossible to live a balanced life. Be competent, be skillful. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification.
So once again, if you go to TikTok out right now, you're gonna see this message right here. I'm gonna ready to show you guys.
Be tick tick boom for TikTok.
Sorry, not that. So if you go to the TikTok app, it should say these messages right here.
Auto sample so special is I can just take the drums out, remove the vocals, I even remove the bass. This is why we got stems and the pitch control. We can do what we want. Yeah, I think we're in there, man. That worked. It worked.
Why is filing your taxes with Free Tax USA different? Well, for starters, our premium federal tax returns are free for everyone, no matter what. With a free offer like this, people often ask, so how do you make money? While our federal return is always free, we make money from our optional paid services, like our state tax return, which is less than $20. Next, you may be asking, is Free Tax USA safe? Yes, we always keep your information encrypted, private, and secure. As an authorized e-file provider, we've securely filed over 60 million tax returns directly with the IRS. Finally, you need to be sure, will my taxes be done right? We guarantee it. All of our calculations are guaranteed accurate. We also guarantee you'll get your biggest possible refund. Trying something different this year could save you $100 or more on your tax filing. Making the switch is easy. Try Free Tax USA today.
Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know why I even said something about the taxes. That's not what I put. But here we go.
Everybody's so creative. It may not be goodbye after all for TikTok in the U.S., at least not yet.
The TikTok ban has been a fascinating political football.
Donald Trump told NBC's Meet the Press that when he returns to the White House, he's willing to delay the deadline for the company to find a new non-Chinese owner. The 90-day extension is something that will be most likely done because it's appropriate. We have to look at it carefully.
For all of those that want to save TikTok in America, vote for Trump.
While Trump campaigned to rescue the app, he had called for a ban back in 2020. The U.S. government barred the platform over national security concerns related to its alleged ties to the Chinese Communist Party and gave it until Sunday to find a new buyer. The Biden administration said it would not enforce the law and punted responsibility to Trump. TikTok had threatened to go offline itself.
Congratulations.
Shutting down the accounts of 170 million U.S. users.
It's literally my sole income, so it's essentially getting fired from your career.
The White House calls the shutdown threat a stunt. We see no reason for TikTok to act before the Trump administration takes office Monday.
I haven't changed my shirt.
But users are already heading to its Chinese rival app, Red Note, driving it to the top of download charts in the U.S. and Canada.
There will always be another app that people go to.
Oh my God!
I think a lot of literacy around social media needs to be taught more so than fear around it.
Canada hasn't banned TikTok, but has ordered the company to close its Canadian offices.
For Canada, our number one concern shouldn't just be TikTok. It should be the American social media oligarchs who are increasingly flexing their muscles.
I want to thank President Trump.
The head of TikTok is expected to attend Trump's inauguration, along with Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk, the three richest men in America. Taria Isri, Global News, Montreal.
$60,000. If you're looking to get money you're owed for an injury, I want you to imagine you and your family getting that money. Because I know a way, because you were unsure or you had reservations, it's not your fault. You were probably given no guidance and couldn't get a straight answer out of anyone about how much money you could actually make.
I have no idea why
I want you to capitalize on a limited opportunity that can have
we
you
don't care
cashing
about
out a massive
this.
check
We want
in the
to
next
talk
30
about
days.
TikTok.
This opportunity won't last
this.
long, and it's perfect for anyone who's been in a car accident in the last 2 years. Do you still think it's impossible? I'm willing to guarantee that by clicking on the link below and filling out the 15-second quiz, you will get an instant quote on how much your case is worth. And me and my team will help you.
Okay, whatever. There's one other thing I wanted to tell you guys too. This video talks about Friday is leaving a U.S. TikTok ban for Trump to decide. So why in the world, on the last minute, Biden leaves the White House, why is he depending on Trump to decide about TikTok? That was his decision because he decided to take TikTok off a long time ago, and they never did. But I'm going to show y'all this video.
Don't come easy. But when you get one, use that moment of clarity to create a new reality into your full time, your personal style, into your signature brand, your daydream, into your dream job, your talent, into a movement. From taking the first step to seeing it all.
Get live home and away radio broadcasts for every game. and 24/7 coverage and analysis with the SiriusXM app. Download the SiriusXM.
To go dark after Chinese owners ByteDance lost a regulatory battle that went all the way up to the Supreme Court.
It appears our government has failed us.
There's not much which unites Republicans and Democrats, but there was strong bipartisan support in Congress and the White House for a ban on the app on privacy and security grounds.
And to the U.S. government, I'm never forgiving you for this.
It can track your whereabouts. It can read your text messages. It can track your keystrokes. It has access to your phone records. And the problem with that is all of that information is available to and subject to inspection by the government in Beijing.
All 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices agreed, writing in their judgment Friday that though it offers a distinctive outlet for expression, President Biden and Congress's concerns about a foreign adversary's potential data collection were well-founded.
There are risks when we use any apps in terms of data being transferred to different parties, to different people. Data can easily be sold by app owners, app creators. Advertising data and location data is often sold. So I think generally people aren't aware of. And in some ways, what TikTok is doing with data is not necessarily that indifferent to other big tech platforms.
Unless TikTok finds a US buyer by tomorrow, it will be the end of a rewarding journey for poet and author Shelby Lee, who's amassed over 400,000 followers.
I'm in Ohio, and there's not necessarily like big publishers or large book communities around here. So being able to connect virtually and through social media and find thousands of readers all over the world and being able to sell my books all over the US and all over the world has meant so much to me.
Author and activist Yasmin Abdel-Majid has used the platform not just to engage readers of her books, but to raise awareness of the conflict in Sudan.
Sadly, Sudan and the war in Sudan is not covered in a lot of the mainstream media that people...
I'm gonna pause right there. I know, and I think Sudan, as they call it, has something to do with this too.
Access. And so for folks who want to know more about what's happening on the ground, who want to hear stories about what's happening on the ground, who actually want to understand it, and a lot of young people do want to understand it, they come to TikTok.
Elon Musk has been touted as a potential buyer, but ByteDance is refusing to sell. With the Biden administration declining to grant an extension, President-elect Trump has indicated he's working on a solution, but must have time to review the situation. So for now, the clock is tick-tocking down on TikTok.
Billy McAvinny there. And in the last few minutes, in an interview with NBC News, Donald Trump has said he is most likely to delay the ban of TikTok for 90 days, and he will probably announce that after becoming president again on Monday.
Jersey Club, the genre is heavily influenced by sampling. So it was only right that I took this part and really made it my own. Wave your hands, Jersey Clan. I'm telling everybody put their hands up because it's a moment of unison.
Right here. This does conclude my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my live stream. But just remember, starting tomorrow, when Trump gets into the White House, he is going to take over tomorrow. And also, for all the TikTok users, you have 90 days extending to be on TikTok, and starting tomorrow. So those of y'all who's TikTok lovers, TikTok will have extended for you tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining my live. Deuce. Have a great, beautiful Sunday. I will be back on either later on today, but tomorrow I will be on later on, talks about how Dr. Martin Luther King birthday to dedicate his birthday. So just know tomorrow is Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Everything will be closed tomorrow. So I'm going to be talking about Dr. Martin Luther King as his dedicated life tomorrow. Thank y'all. Have a great, blessed Sunday.